This is Radio Nepal. I'm Kaushal Ghimire with the news. The headlines first. Hearing on House of Representatives dissolution begins in the Constitutional Bench of the Supreme Court. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli commits administering COVID vaccine to all citizens within 2021. Domestic flights to resume from July 1st. Tourism Ministry unveils schedule for international flights. Germany, France and Portugal all make it to the round of 16 in the UEFA Euro Cup. And New Zealand wins the inaugural Cricket Test Championship. Now the news in detail. Hearing over the case registered by 146 parliamentarians demanding appointment of Nepali Congress President Shabadu Deva to the post of the Prime Minister began yesterday. The Constitutional Bench of the Supreme Court, comprising Chief Justice Jolendra Samser, Janga Bahadur Rana, Justices Deepak Kumar Karki, Meera Khadka, Iswar Khatioda and Dr. Ananda Mohan Bhattrai, is hearing the case. Advocates Khamba Bahadur Khati, Govinda Bandi, Senior Advocates Badri Bahadur Karki, Sambhu Thapa and Mahadev Yadav pleaded yesterday on behalf of the writ petitioners. Altogether, 30 writ petitions have been registered in the Supreme Court against the dissolution of the House of Representatives. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has said all Nepali citizens would be given the vaccine against COVID-19 within the year 2021. In his address to the Central Assembly Convention of Nepal Bal Mandir, which was held virtually yesterday, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli said the government would gradually solve the shortage of the vaccine. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Oli said the government would take responsibility for the protection and care of disabled and neglected children. He said that the country could get competent, capable and dedicated youth leadership if children of today were given proper care, guidance and education. The Prime Minister also stressed on the need of supporting the children to make them physically and mentally strong, emotionally sound and competitive. Domestic flights is going to be resumed from July 1st. The Ministry of Culture, Tourism and Civil Aviation has directed the Civil Aviation Authority of Nepal to resume domestic flights from July 1st by following the health protocol and by not exceeding 50% of total occupancy. The direction follows the Cabinet's decision on Monday to allow flight resumption conditionally. Domestic flights were halted following the second wave of the COVID-19 infection in Nepal. The Commission for Investigation of Abuse of Authority has filed a corruption case against the chairman of the Tax Clearance Commission, Lumbadhoj Mahat, and members Umesh Prasad Thakal and Chudamani Sharma. The CIAA filed the case of 1 billion rupees for compromising with the taxpayers, breaching the jurisdiction given by Tax Clearance Commission Act and the notice published in Nepal Gazette. The Anti-Graft Bureau has sought a recovery of 1.3 billion rupees along with imprisonment for the accused. 3 people of same died in a landslide triggered by incessant rain at Lune of Rolpa Municipality, Ward number 9 in Rolpa District yesterday. According to the police, the deceased are 86-year-old Kratima Buddha, 18-year-old Susila Buddha and 15-year-old Shyamkala Buddha. 3 others have been injured in the same incident of natural disaster. Additional 3,558 corona-infected people recovered in Nepal yesterday. Similarly, 3,421 new cases of COVID-19 were confirmed yesterday itself. The Kathmandu Valley alone reported 496 cases, including 346 in Kathmandu, 94 in Lalitpur and 57 in Bhaktapur district. According to the Health Ministry, 81 deaths were reported due to COVID-19 infection across the country yesterday, of which 52 deaths were confirmed yesterday, while 28 were the number of deaths that was not included in the past data. With this, the total corona-related death tally has reached 8,894. According to the Health Ministry, there are 50,520 active cases of corona infection across the country. The Lumbini Province Assembly meeting that had been postponed until yesterday was postponed again yesterday until the 11th of July. The province assembly meeting was earlier scheduled for June 20 and was put off until yesterday after opposition parties boycotted it. You're listening to Radio Nepal's 8 a.m. English News Bulletin. Time for a short break now.
भाउजू दर्शन
भाग्यमानी बाबु राम्ररी आइपुग्नु भयो नि
हजुर राम्ररी पुगे उ चाहिँ मेरो कलेजको बेस्ट फ्रेन्ड
नमस्ते भाउजू
नमस्ते आउनु न भित्रै
हुन्छ भाउजू
अनि दादा त अफिस गइसक्नु भयो होला है
उहाँ त बिहानै हो हुन्छ तपाईहरु फ्रेस हुँदै गर्नु न म खाना तयार गर्दै गर्छु है
हस् हस् भाउजू
ओए वाइफाई होला नि पासवर्ड माग्न
हे त पनि एनटीसी को सस्तो डे प्याक छदैछ नि
ए हो र
एनटीसी को डे प्याक लिन *1415# डायल गर्न
नेपाल टेलिकम राष्ट्रको सञ्चार
You're listening to Radio Nepal's 8 a.m. English News Bulletin. On to some international updates now. Britain has denied Russian reports that its military fired warning shots at a UK destroyer in the Black Sea. Moscow's defense ministry was quoted as saying that the British Navy ship HMS Defender entered Russian territorial waters near Crimea, while a patrol ship fired warning shots and a jet dropped bombs in its path. But Britain's Ministry of Defense said no warning shots had been fired at the ship HMS Defender. It added that the ship was sailing in the Ukrainian waters. Now sports. The group stages of the UEFA Euro Cup have been completed. In the matches played yesterday, Spain defeated Slovakia 5-0, and Sweden defeated Poland 3-2, while Germany and Hungary and FIFA World Cup champions France and defending champions Portugal played a 2-2 draw respectively. France, Portugal and Germany have all made it to the round of 16. Round of 16 matches, which are also the knockout matches, will start from Saturday. Meanwhile, New Zealand has won the inaugural Cricket Test Championship. In the match played at the prestigious Lord's Ground yesterday, New Zealand defeated India by 8 wickets to win the championship. Now, the general weather forecast for the country for today, according to the Meteorological Forecasting Division, the weather will be generally to mostly cloudy throughout the country. Light to moderate rain with thunder and lightning is likely to occur at many places of the country. There are also chances of heavy rainfall at 1 or 2 places of Province Number 1, Bagmati Province and Gandaki Province. Well, that's all the news we have for this bulletin. But before wrapping up, the headlines once again. Hearing on House of Representatives dissolution begins in the constitutional bench of the Supreme Court. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli commits administering COVID-19 vaccine to all citizens within the year 2021. Domestic flights to resume from July 1st. Tourism Ministry unveils schedule for international flights. Germany, France and Portugal all make it to round of 16 in the UEFA Euro Cup. And New Zealand wins the inaugural Cricket Test Championship. Well, that's all the news we have for this bulletin. Our next bulletin in English will be at 2 in the afternoon. You can also listen us online and you can read our English news in our English news portal, www.onlineradionepal.gov.np/English. Keep listening to Radio Nepal and have a good day.